This video was brought to you by NCIX. Great technology, selection, and service.
Hey guys, this is Dmitry and welcome back to another Haruknox review. Now Razer is certainly a popular brand because they sure do things differently. Now one of those unique products is the Deathstalker Ultimate Elite Gaming Keyboard, which retails for a hefty wallet cleaner of a $260 price tag. Now this is a lot to spend on a keyboard given it's not mechanical, but it sure is a device for show because of the touchscreen. Now before getting to that, I first want to talk about the form factor of the Deathstalker Ultimate, and my main critique is that it's massive. Razer for sure could have chipped a few corners so the keyboard won't occupy that much real estate on your desk. The armrest is already built in, it is rubberized with this honeycomb design. It does the job for keeping your wrist at the appropriate level with the keys, but I sure think the removable ones are more convenient. Also the keyboard is very light and plastic and shows quite a bit of flex, so the premium price tag doesn't exactly match the quality. Now one thing that I really like about the design is the matte black coating. For one, it doesn't reveal fingerprints as much, but it's also non-reflective, so key illumination is very prominent regardless of the angle you're looking at. Of course, you can adjust the brightness and color of the illumination, and I really like the uniformity and intensity of the backlight. And of course, we get all the function keys incorporated into your F keys. We also have 5 M keys on the left, and of course, on-the-fly macro recording is very simple. We do have a macro recording button that opens up Razer app on the LCD, so you can assign your macros to any of the 10 display buttons or any key on the keyboard. You are able to configure each individual key in the software as well and create different profiles, and also remember to enable the M keys, as by default they are disabled. There's also game mode, basically disables Windows key, and 2 more optional button combination, so your Alt Tab and Alt F4, and the keyboard has 10 key rollover. Now the keys are very low profile and are standard chiclet switches, so they're not mechanical, and of course you know how I feel about non-mechanical gaming keyboards. Now it's all about tactile response and being comfortable with fast presses, and while the keys on the Deathstalker Ultimate have sort of a mechanical feel with fast bounce, it's still far inferior to tactile response of any MX Cherry key. Alright, so let's talk about the 4-inch touch display, which is no doubt the sole reason for this insane price tag. First, it has a very smooth touch feel, comparable to that of high-end smartphones, with physical left and right click. You can also left click simply by tapping the screen, but no right click through the touch interface. You can change the background image of the display, and as you can see, it doesn't properly scale the image, but stretches it to fit the screen. It does support 2 and 3 finger gestures for all the Windows 8 features like 2-finger scroll, pinch to zoom, but realistically isn't all that practical for navigation given you have a mouse, and in 99% of the time will be used as a display rather than a trackpad. So the 10 buttons above are also tiny displays that you can assign either a picture or a custom text, but most often will be used to display the different apps available through the Razer Synapse 2.0 software. Now they have a really poor bounce and feel, and I certainly was not expecting this type of toy-like quality on such an expensive product. A 3-finger swipe will navigate between 10 different pages, so you can combine all the games, for example, onto one page and all the social media into another. Now these buttons also have very specific viewing angles, so looking at them directly above or from the right side and they will get quite blurry. You can adjust the exact position of the keys depending on your viewing angle, which is actually pretty useful. Now we do have a very small collection of supported apps, but all the social media like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube and Gmail are supported, giving you the ability to watch your Twitter feed, monitor your Facebook, follow up on some emails while gaming. And while the apps work just fine, they are quite laggy, and the small font makes it very difficult to read or click on desired positions. And I've never really cared about incoming mail while gaming, and never really used these social apps through the keyboard, as using my phone, tablet or computer was a lot quicker and familiar to use. But there were some apps that I found quite useful, including Adobe Premiere and Photoshop, that reveal all the commonly used shortcuts, but I did find it very unnatural working on a project just from the keyboard. Now, given this is a gaming device, I was very disappointed at the limited games it supports. For example, we have Battlefield 3, Counter-Strike, Skyrim, Team Fortress 2, and some others that reveal the most common key functions. Again, playing with the mouse, I never found the use of any of these shortcuts. The Synops 2.0 software also includes system monitoring, which might come in useful while you're gaming. Also a mirror mode, which selects a portion or entire screen of your gameplay, which you can zoom in on either the chat dialog or the minimap. We also have a built-in browser, so you can basically browse the web from your keyboard, literally. And while it's a cool concept, it's not really useful in practice. And so to conclude, the Razer Deathstalker Ultimate Elite Gaming Keyboard is a touch computer / keyboard. And they're certainly thinking outside of the box, but perhaps a little too far away from real functionality. It sure does have all the perks like different color illumination, macro recording and function keys, and of course a very good quality touchscreen display with decent resolution and color. But they sure managed to miss a few key points when it comes to gaming, as the Deathstalker Ultimate Elite is non-mechanical and really seems like a failed attempt to put a touchscreen display to where it doesn't belong. I mean, sure, you can check your email or send the tweets, but navigating that small screen sure is not convenient. And support for only 7 games for the display is very limiting considering the extremely high price tag. And for that much money, I'd rather opt out for a proper mechanical gaming keyboard and use the rest perhaps on a tablet. Now, I really cannot think of any reasons why this keyboard would be useful for gamers, as throughout my experience, I didn't find it natural to use the preloaded shortcuts for games or the apps, and really avoided the touchscreen altogether. So what do you guys think of this idea and the execution from Razer? Is this something you would find useful during gaming or not? Leave your comment down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.